Hello and welcome, I'm Misstical, this is Misstical Gaming. I'm jumping into Watch Your Realms and we're cracking on again with Chapter 9 Hard, stages 10, 11, 12, 13, probably do 14 as well I think, and then that will leave us to the last 3 to do next time round. I don't know when I'll get around to do the next 3 because we've got a heavy weekend full of summoning. So we are using very much the same team. We've still got a BP down at the 500 mark. Oh, cup of tea, gorgeous. Right, we'll get back to the tea in a minute. Now, let's just get me out the way a touch. Probably up here is fine. Shrink yourself down a touch. There we go. Now, a couple of things we can do with this. We can put our healer down. Now, once we've got our healer down, that leaves you available to put down your DPS. Okay. Now you've got those lightning guards coming around. Now you either put your healer down, or you just wait out until you can put your DPS and healer down at the same time. That's essentially it. Because they're going to come around and attack your DPS, you want to put a healer down with your DPS, or just put your DPS and a healer down at the same time. So as long as you're not leaving your DPS there blind, then you're absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to place them all down. We're going to place them all down next to Vortex, and we're going to place him facing down the map just so we can sort of take out our airborne attacks for us. Okay, now that's pretty much his role realistically. Okay, we've got some cloth bearers coming down, and he's going to be our piercer, but you can put out anyone you like. I mean, absolutely, you can feel free to put down some other piercers as well. There's probably a lot better. You've probably got a lot better in your account to actually get rid of them for. Okay, I mean, if you've been pulling like Silas's and things over the weekend, go for that. Now we're putting our second healer down as well. We need 2 healers just to cover off that central little box there where everyone's going to be trying to escape from. Now that golem at the start, he doesn't walk straight out, he walks around the island before he comes out, which gives you more time. Okay, we're going to place an eye down. We do like playing with eye. She's very good at this CC. She slows everything down, allows us to get those poisons on, and they don't stay on for long. We get them on more often. We can get more of them on, so they do more damage, and there's more, because they go slower, you get more ticks of poison as well. Okay, so it all works out very well for us. So realistically, we've got 2 healers, we've got 2 defenders / tanks, and then we have got a marksman who is Maul. He's taking care of all the stuff coming down the map there for us. Big old shark coming across the screen, absolutely fantastic. Then we've got a couple of poisoners who are sort of our main DPS really. Okay, so they're doing the work or the magic damage on these large golems for us. Okay, there we are. So I'm just waiting now to get enough coins up, and then we can place down our last DPS and our last tank if we really need to. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing too hard or too complicated about this fight really. It's just about putting people down with the right skill set at the right time. Okay, you need your tanks tanky enough to take a few hits from those big golems, and we need someone to take out airborne units for us. Okay, and then after that, poisons away really, and we are pretty much good to go. Yeah, and our healers are in place to make sure we don't get any issues. That's about it. I mean, there are better healers in the game. There's better DPS. You don't have to make it this hard for yourself. Okay, just to sort of show you that you can do it if you want to. Okay, now that's pretty much us done. We've got everyone down. We can hit auto cast, we can hit 2 times speed, and we can go back to our cup of tea, because that is really everything done for us at this point. There isn't anything else that really needs doing. We've killed 5 of the 24, and the rest of it should all be on auto for us now. Okay, there we go, that's it done. 3-star, nice and easy, no great shakes. Should all get that smashed out. Right, let's jump on to the next one. Okay, so 9-11, let's jump into this one as well. Again, same team. Yeah, we've got 2 slots missing and we're very low. Okay, right, jump in. We're happy with that. Now, I place eye down first, so she's going to put down our crystals of doom and death. Happy with that. Now the golems marching around are all nice and slow, so we don't have to worry about them. The only other thing to sort of consider, for want of a better description, is where she places those crystals. So for a pleasant change, this time round I've had a really good run of them, but if you don't, you may want to change around who you place where. So I've got eye down, and then I'm going for a healer just to cover her off, but you may want to put down like a tank or a defender or someone to draw the fire, or you may want to put down a tank to sort of get things going. It sort of very much depends where she's going to put those down. So I don't have to worry about putting down a tank straight away, because everywhere that she's trying to go, I've got crystals there to slow them down. I've got my healer down so I can put my DPS down. I don't have to worry about it that much, okay? I can kill that mob off quite quickly without any great issues. Now you may have to put a tank down before you do a lot of that stuff, and your rotation of putting them down may be somewhat different, okay? For a pleasant change, I was quite lucky in where she decided to put the crystals. Obviously we're all aware using her, it doesn't always work like that. In fact, the bulk of the time it doesn't work like that, okay? So that's pretty much it for us, okay? So there we are. That's the bulk of our team down, really. That's the rest of it's just additional stuff more than anything else. We've got a second poisoner going down. That's nice. We'll be able to do a bit more damage with our poisons. We can do more than they're healing for, okay? So auto cast is already on now, and now it's just a matter of placing some others down, just as sort of fillers, really. I don't know, I should have tried it. I think there's a possibility you could have done it with just this. But Maul's down there as well. We're going to place him up there. Remember, he's got that long range. He's going to bring down that attack for us. You're going to see that shark come all the way down the screen for us, okay? Doesn't do a massive amount of damage for us, but he keeps everything in check. And particularly if we've got those little cloth wearers coming up, we can push them back. We can interrupt stuff and get stuns out on them. All is good. We've got our next healer down, doubling up on the tank's healing there, which is always nice. Keep that tank nice and healthy, because that's the one taking the smacks, and it's just biding us some time. On 2x speed now, on auto cast, and as always, right back to your cuppa. Oh yeah. Next one done. Not too hard. Okay, next one. Let's jump into this then. I quite like this one. It's nice and simple, no great shakes. Just a lot of DPS down, and yeah, we're golden really. That's about it. Haven't got to worry about. We've got those little bell boys in there. Remember, you haven't got to worry about them. You haven't got to kill them or anything like that. All they do is go and get the golems to say, "Look, quick! There's enemies there. Go and grab them." Okay, so put Eye down to start with. Give her a nice long period of time to get those crystals all the way down this lane, okay? She starts just laying up those crystals, and that's all we're really concerned about. They're going to be the bulk of the slowing down, and then that allows us to get our poisons on, our damage out, all that sort of good stuff as well. Now, we haven't used many people on this, and we use quite a few less on this run, to be honest, okay? Very nice and simple. It's nothing really too hectic to worry about. And you can make your life easier, I think, by bringing some more DPS, if anything, I want to say. Certainly the likes of Mary and Greed, that sort of thing, they've all got that slow, Beelzebub, that sort of really good stuff there. You're going to be able to put additional slows on. And there's better people about to chuck down poisons as well, so feel free to chuck out more poisons. But this really is, I mean, I could have sped up now. If we see I stopped actually placing crystals, she's happy that she's got all the crystals down, and she's done them again, so they're on like super powerful crystal form or whatever it is. Now there we are, that's about it really. The bellboy will trigger it. We can then put down some more DPS and that will kill him off. But we haven't got to worry about it. If he ran back, he would just go and get the golems and they would start coming up, but there's no real issue. All you're waiting on is enough coins to put down the rest of your DPS. And by rest of the DPS, I've got one more to put down, that's about it. So it's it's quite an easy fight. This stage is more of a gimme, this one, so shouldn't have any troubles 3-starring this one at all. Right, so this battle boy will trigger everything off. The reason is I don't use ultimates on him, so we get hit by the poisons, there he is, and he won't walk into the slows and that sort of thing, so he's going to run back. And now this is it, there we go. Everything's starting anyway, makes no great shakes if he came then or not. But if we have a look, he'll escape, and then our thing will go up by 1 anyway. Okay, so we've now got done 2 out of 10. It's no great shakes. I put my final DPS down. I put them down last because she covers into where they were on that timer, so they weren't being, whilst their timer was running down, they were standing still, but should you do damage on them, they start moving. So we didn't bother putting our DPS down until they started moving. That final one, that's about it. But other than that, it's auto cast, and we can hit 2 times speed if we really wanted to, and that'd be it. There's nothing else to do. They walk slowly down past the crystals of death and doom. They get blown up, and then everyone else poisons them, or Maul hits them and knocks them back, and yeah, it's fine. It's no great issues. But look, there's at least 2 more slots right at the beginning there for extra DPS we could have if we wanted to. There's some more slots just down behind me as well for platform DPS, or you could put down on the ground if you had like a ranged DPS you wanted to put down there as well. But I was slowly walking through the ice, those crystals. Yeah, there's plenty of options you can do to get this one smashed out. Really nice and simple one, this. Absolutely fantastic. There we go, another one done. Nice and easy. Smashing these out today. Right, let's go. Stage 13, let's smash this one out as well. We need to 3-star this. We've still got our epic, still the same team, no great shakes, we're still at that low BP. We'll change next time though, okay? Got to start bringing in that Idril, she's just too good. Right, now we've sort of got 2 sides here, so we sort of have to break our team up to sort of a right hand side and a left hand side team, okay? This is where we first sort of really have to split up our team. Now I have to go down a tank because I haven't really got anyone to take out these little cloth wearer dudes coming around on the right hand side fast enough. So I have to put my tank down there, then I have to put healer down just to sort of keep them in check. Then it's the DPS. Now on the left hand side there's no real rush because our golems really nice slow moving, they give us plenty of time, okay? They sort of, I think they make people hurry up and do things you don't have to do sooner than you normally would, okay? So nice and slowly, and then we're going to place I down there. She's going to place a whole line of crystals down for us, and that is that right hand side completely taken care of. And forget about that, leave it to its own devices now. We don't have to touch it or do anything with it. Now, what we do have to pay attention to is now the left hand side. Now the first thing we want to do is bring out a Maul. Now the reason is because on that top side there, that top lane coming out there are we going to have a little white wizard walker thing who's just a little disaster. Okay, we're going to have issues with him on this round, and we're going to have issues with him on the next round and going forward. Okay, so we have to learn to take care of them and get them out of the way as soon as we can. So we've given, we've got our healer down now, and that's going to take care of them all for us. There he is. There's our little wizard coming around. There he is. Boom. And he hits us and he puts his frost effect around us, and that's going to do damage to everyone else. They're just a pain. Okay? But if we space people out, then that area of effect stuff isn't a concern for us, okay? So we don't have to worry about it too much. There's Maul, he's going to start attacking. Cloth wearer, light armor, piercing damage, boom, extra 20%, we are off to the races. Okay, there we are, sorted. That's that done and dusted. And then it's just a matter of putting down our DPS. We're going to put down our poisoner. There she goes. She's in there as well. Victory. I mean, everyone should have her. She was the last shard summon when I was in a new shard summon event. Look how great she is. She is absolutely tanking this up full steam. That is fantastic. Right, done and dusted. That's our DPS done. We've got one more we can place down, which is fine. We can put it down if we like. She's in range of Vortex, so she's going to get some healing done. And that's about it. We're on 2 times speed. We're auto casting. Everyone's down. As always, once that's done, you just have a look on that right hand side. You've got a queue of these coming round, and they're just walking into the crystals. It's fantastic. Watch them. There we go. Just killing themselves as they walk through on the crystals. Absolutely brilliant. Our wizard coming around there, attacking our healer. That's no great shakes. We can heal ourselves through that. Just make sure you can. An HP based healer will probably do remarkably well there. Okay, so if you've got some of the HP based healers, fantastic. And that's it done. Another one out of the way. Now it starts to ramp up. So let's jump into stage 14 now. I have had to bring in Idril, required that extra bit of DPS going on, okay? So we've brought her into the mix as well. Now there are a couple of important things we need to know about Idril as well. Now firstly, we can't just use her ultimates. We can't kick on the auto casting because that will mess things up for us. The other thing, now this red line here, if you can just see it over on the right hand side, okay? If you have a look, there's a little red line there flashing on and off. There we go. That red line there. Now, when one of the walkers comes past that red line, then you can trigger Idril's ultimate. If you trigger her ultimate before that, she will hit everyone else. Past that red line or at that red line, she then hits the mob coming from over there. Okay, so that's an important part to actually realise before we push on it. Okay, so Idril goes down there, absolutely fine. No great shakes. She's going to start taking out these cloth wearers as they come through. Okay. Now, as the first cloth wearer is going to come out through the bottom there on that red spawn point, going to come up. We want to place a tank down. We want to give the cloth wearer someone to actually attack instead of our DPS, because DPS is quite squishy. So we put our tank down, and then we're going to put a healer down so we can heal off our tank. So out comes our cloth wearer. Nothing happens on the first part, which is good news for us. Now they then start attacking the last person who's placed down in range. Okay, that's their sort of remit. So they attack the tank and the healer, that sort of thing. Now our next thing to place down will be another tank. Now when we kill this cloth wearer, we stun those golems. So if we carry on, there's the golem attacking us, there's the cloth wearer almost dead, kill them, and then there's a big stun that goes on. Boom, there we go. They're all stunned, which gives us enough time to actually put the healing out for us as well. Okay, so there we go. That's the healing done. And now we require some DPS. The best DPS you've got, sort of single target, magic damage dealing DPS goes up there, boom, off they go. You can use your popes and your Ingrids, that sort of thing will actually melt this, okay, but we're using our latest one. Now here we go. We've got our mob coming around the top there. Alright, now what we're waiting on is them crossing that red line, and then we can trigger off the ultimate. And we see Idril's ultimate will now start targeting. Before that, we'd have started targeting some of the golems, and that's just a nightmare for us. And then the next thing we should do is place down a Vortex. Vortex is really good because the mob's going to attack the last person placed down in range. That would be Vortex. Vortex is HP and got a lot of healing. Place down a Maul next, just to help out with a bit of DPS, take that mob out, no great shakes. Now bear in mind, Maul hasn't got any healing down there. You can bring another healer, by all means, stick them down there, give some healing out for Maul, or maybe you could cover off Idril and Maul as well, that sort of thing. I mean, there's plenty of options available there. Next thing I actually do though is I'm conscious of the golems in the top left hand side. I want to keep on top of them. I don't want my tank taking up too much damage. I think we can take 2 of them down, but anything more than that's going to be an issue. I place I down because we've been carrying her around for a while now. I didn't really have a place to use her, so I put her up there in that top right. and it's just to be annoying. Unfortunately, she's placed all the crystals in the wrong place. She's placed them down the left hand side. I want them up in that top right hand corner, but it is what it is. Now we're going to wait until one of the mobs arrives, and then we'll withdraw eye, or wait until she's fully cured everyone up. Idril, on the other hand, don't use the ultimate. Okay, she is attacking the flyer for us, and then when the cloth wearer comes in range, she will start attacking the cloth wearer. We pull eye away just as we got an attack there. We can see that the area of effect under where she was stood has gone on, and then Maul is just attacking the mob coming through. Idril, we do not use her ultimate. She is attacking that mob now quite happily. If you use her ultimate, she will then start attacking the golems. Okay, so don't use her ultimate. Carry on just attacking the cloth wearer. When the cloth wearer is dead, and when the second one at the top right has crossed the threshold, then we can use our ultimate for Idril, but not before. We need this one right in front of her who's just in range, in her normal basic attack range, to die first. After that, we can then trigger it off. Now I'm using Spirit Siphon as an artifact for it. It's probably not a very good choice. It's a terrible choice, but if you wanted to use someone else, absolutely go for it. Now we could trigger off Idril's ultimate, but Maul is pretty much done here, and so is the mob, so I think we're going to be fine, so we can let that one die off. Okay, Idril's down here just taking out the flyers for us. All good. We're at 9 out of 13. Okay, as long as we take care of everything nice and early, we don't really have a lot to worry about. We can sort of attack them as soon as they come out of their spawn points. It's much easier to do. We can place eye down again. We can start placing some crystals just to help ourselves out. And then we're just waiting on the last couple of mobs. Here are the last few coming around. So we've got those 2 golems to come out, and we've got the 2 cloth wearers top and bottom. Idril's taking the one out just in front of her, who's in her targeting range. There's the one about to attack eye. Withdraw eye. Area of effect goes underneath her. We saves ourselves a heal. Okay, all these little bits of RNG we sort of push towards us and add up in our favour. As soon as Idril's killed off that mob, then we can target. We can pull her away. Now, that cloth wearer at the top will attack Maul if you don't pull him away. Okay, if he gets a chance to. If he gets much closer, he gets onto that next square in front of him, he would attack Maul. So you would either have to give him a healer or withdraw him as well, because Idril's got her ultimate on the go. It's no great shakes. Down to the last mob there, nice and easy. This one's done, and again we're sitting around that 500 AVP. So plenty of options available for you, plenty of better heroes and champions you can use without too many issues. Okay, last couple of hits, maybe an ultimate will do us, and then we'll get that killed off. And you can see the damage that Idril was doing. For some reason she does about 2k damage on that. Absolutely no use whatsoever, but there we go. There's the magic damage coming in for us. All good. And that's it, cleared out, 3-starred. All is good. There we are. That's it, done. Another one done. Last 3 to go for this first part of chapter 9. Okay, so that's me done for the day. So we've done 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We've done those 5. We've got the last 3 to do. I think they're going to start ramping up more and more. And then I think the last 2 are sort of boss fights as well, so that could be a bit longer. But we've got summoning to do for the next couple of days. So we're going to smash those out first. So probably a couple of days before we finish off this chapter. Okay. But thank you very much for your time. If you could leave the old thumbs up, like, and subscribe, helps me out massively. And I'll see you all in a video again soon. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers. Goodbye.